first item I'm going to be unboxing today is my new camera, which is the Canon EOS M50 Mark II. So I originally was going to buy the EOS M50 by Canon, but I decided since they have their new Mark II that just came out, I'm just going to upgrade to that one since it is newer. And then also it has a couple more features that I feel like might be helpful later on down the road, because I really want this camera to last me for many years, that I won't have to buy another camera for a really long time. So I absolutely love the boxing of this. I've never actually unboxed a camera before because I got my Rebel T6 that I'm using currently right now from my sister, so I bought it off of her and she had already it unboxed and everything. She had it for a couple years. So this is my first unboxing of a camera ever, so I'm very excited. So here's the sides of the box. We have this just print on it, and then we have the front, which has all the pictures and everything. We have the other side, which has this contents of what's in the box. And by the way, I got the STM kit, and this is just the back. We've got the top here, and we're just gonna go ahead and unbox it. First of all, we have our limited warranty here. Next, we have a image by Canon, just a way to show that all the different ways that Canon images can pass through the internet to get them to your different devices. And then it looks like we have the Getting Started manual. Looks like it has many different languages for that as well. Next, we have register your Canon imaging product now. So I'm not exactly sure what this is, but yeah, there's just a lot of little paperwork in here. And now it looks like we're finally getting to the camera, so we're just gonna pick this up. So here's the little strap for our camera, and I absolutely love these Canon straps. They're just so nice and pretty. I love how it's simple, but then it has a little bit of red that just makes it really nice. But anyways, this one I realized is a lot thinner than my Rebel T6 one, and that makes sense because this camera is a lot smaller. But anyways, here's the strap for the camera. Next, we have the actual camera, which is actually pretty small. So if we open it up here, I really love how Canon has done their packaging with all this bubble wrap and plastic and everything. I think they do a really great job of keeping it all nice and safe and everything, but then also not just doing way too much plastic. Alright, so off the top, I love the texturing that's on this camera. I like how it goes back all the way into this little thumb grip here, because it seems super secure to where I won't easily drop this camera, which I definitely don't want to drop. Then it has this flip out screen, which I'm so excited about, and it's not really coming so easy, so I think I'm going to look at the manual to see if there's a specific way to pull this out, because I definitely don't want to break anything. So we're just going to wait a little bit on opening up that there, and then of course it has this little cover for the front. But yeah, we'll get into some close-ups in a second with the camera, but here's the camera body, and it's just looking so gorgeous. By the way, it's brand new obviously, so it doesn't have any hand oils or anything on it, so it's great. I love how when you stick it down, it just is thick. I like how it's still heavy, although it's small, but it's not too over heavy. And then lastly, we have the battery charger, which is the just wall plugging, which I like how they have those as well. And over here, it looks like we got the STM kit lens. This is a lens that comes with the camera, and again, the packaging is super great. It has this plastic wrapping here, and then also the bubble wrap, which I very much appreciate. This lens is so cute. Anyways, so this lens, wow, it's so baby. Anyways, it's so cute. It's so pretty as well. So I'm definitely going to try out both this lens and also the lens that I ordered. But I'm so excited about this because it's just so small. So lastly in here we have our camera battery, which is also packaged nicely with this little plastic cover on it. And that's everything. That looks like everything in the camera box. So I'm gonna go ahead and get all of this trash out of the way, and then we can take a little bit of a closer look at the camera really quick, and then we can move on to the next item. Alright guys, so here's all the little pieces that were in the box besides the paperwork and the packaging. We just have a little bit of packaging to get through with these small individual items. So first of all, we have the camera charger. We have the wall plug-in camera charger here. Next we have the battery itself. And I think I just said camera charger, but I meant battery charger. But I'm sure you guys got that. So here's the battery. Just gonna stick that right there. And then lastly, we have the cute little strap. I love how small and tiny this camera is, but without making it feel like it's a super cheap camera, because this camera was not cheap at all. We've got this cover that I've taken off so that we can put it on the camera. So this is just a slide on and off in case you're wondering. And same for this one. This one was just twist off. I'm gonna go ahead and stick this on. And if you were wondering how to put on a camera lens, you just line up the two white dots on there, and then you twist it on. And I've got this cute little lens cover, so adorable. And I'm gonna go ahead and look at my little getting started manual here that came with it. This is the only manual that was with it. So to open, we just pull this out, and it'll pop open like on itself, which is great. I'm gonna put our battery in here. Noises are crazy. It's also interesting how this doesn't like click in, just kind of like goes in. We also have an SD card slot there, which I will be sticking. Everything is so nice and new that it's like crisp and like hard to do, which I really appreciate. Already attached our lens here. Alright. Woo woo! Look how nice! It has a screen. And the screen, believe it or not, is flippable, so that when you're filming yourself, you can see yourself on the camera screen. So amazing. And then you can also flip it back to where you can watch the screen. This is so amazing. I'm loving the screen. I've never had a screen that's a flip out screen on any of my devices. Same thing that I looked for in my next camera was the flip out screen to add to all the amazing specs that I already have on my T6. So next we have the strap, which I'm gonna add on a little bit later, probably off camera. But anyways, here's our official camera here. Just for grins, I'm gonna go ahead and turn it on. And this screen is a little bit hard to open, but again, like I said earlier, it's brand new, so it should be hard to open. So I'm gonna flip this around and then snap it back. Super love that. And then we're gonna turn it on. Ooh, yeah, so it first asked me to set the date and time. It's alright, we're just gonna, okay. Push and hold the lens switch and then rotate the lens to enable shooting. Do I see a T here? So we've unlocked the lens here with this little thing here. It's so cute. And then next, of course, obviously it says change the battery pack. So we're gonna go ahead and turn this guy off. And then we're gonna flip the screen, start charging the battery, and then I'm gonna move on to some of the next pieces that we have in our little unboxing. Alright, so we have two of our next unboxings here. So I'm gonna start with the lens, just because we're on the range of camera stuff. I'm really hoping that this lens will already fit my Canon M50 Mark II, but I might have to buy an adapter, which I'm not sure how that's gonna work, but we're just gonna go ahead and unbox the lens already. I'm really hoping I don't have to buy an adapter though. Also, I'm trying not to break this. I'm just using a Cricut tool here to try to unbox this open this box without breaking it, because like, yeah, I don't want to rip the box. Okay, we're good. We did it, we got it open. Alright, so same thing, we've got our dealer information. This is just our receipt. Then we have Canon interchangeable lens instructions. So it looks like the instructions are right here. Once again, I've never bought a Canon lens, so I really haven't, I don't really think I've bought much of any type of camera gear for myself ever. So anyways, here's the empty box, much less in this box. It's just one lens. And once again, Canon does a great job with packaging. I'm just trying to figure out how to get into this. Oh, there it is. Whoa. Okay, so this is a pouch. I'm a little blind, but it's fine. It's another cute little lens. I love these little lens covers. Ooh, look at that. It's so cool. Sorry, I'm just like totally geeking out over all this stuff, although I'm not a crazy person. But anyways, next I'm gonna go ahead and switch the lens. I know I just put this lens on this camera and it's great and all. I just need to put this lens on. It looks like it's the same length, so I don't think we'll need an adapter, which is really what I was hoping for. So I'm super excited. I believe, yeah, I just put that back in there, which is great. Not sure what this does, but anyways. There's a little button over here. Here it is. So we push this button, and then we just slide this off, and then we can change them. So, yay! Also, the 22mm lens is shorter than my kit lens, so that will be a way that I can tell it apart. I love how nice and quality this is. Once again, we just line up the white dots on here. Stick it right in there and twist it. So it clicks. It's a little bit hard to twist. Oh my goodness. Okay, so then we take the lens off. Look how teeny tiny it is. This is so good. So good. It's so cute. The amount of money I've spent on all these things, I'm so excited about the quality of them right now. So I'm definitely loving my purchase. So this is great. This is what the 22mm lens looks like on my M50 Mark II, by the way. It definitely looks different than how this one looked. So this is the kit lens here that I have in my hand, and this is the kit lens compared to the 22mm lens, and they're definitely different on the looks of them. I'm not really sure what the huge difference is. Like, I can't tell you what it is, but I know that there's a difference. I know that the 22mm has a wider crop, and it has different like autofocus or I think aperture differences. So I'm not exactly sure the technical differences between the two, but I know that they're different, and I know that this one has a wider crop, which is why I bought it. So yeah, I'm very excited to get into these. I think I will be letting you guys know my new camera setup in another video, but I need to go ahead and learn about all these things before I do that video. But for now, we're going to go ahead and move on to our Manfrotto tripod now, because that's another item that we need to unbox. Also, I love how Canon has done this to where they have the one cover on the camera, and then they have one cover on the lens. But the back lens and the front of the camera have these two pieces that you can slide together, so it's kind of nice because you can see whichever lens is on your camera right now, the camera cover's also attached to the lens cover. That didn't really make sense, but hopefully you understand what I'm saying to where they are compatible and they stick together. Last but not least item that we have to unbox is this Manfrotto tripod. It's a mini tripod, and it's great for like compact cameras like this one, or it even works with DSLRs, so I'm interested to see how it's gonna do with my DSLR T6. But I really don't plan on using the camera that I'm currently filming with, which is my Canon Rebel T6 camera. I really don't personally think I'm going to be using it too much more, except with like different angles or like things like that, if I want to have more perspective in my videos and different photos and things like that. I did want to mention that this I did not open. It was damaged up here. the plastic was damaged in the packaging when I opened the box. Okay, so I will be recycling all of this plastic after this, so I'm not worried about like ripping it or anything. So the paper that we have in this, first of all, it has like the photogenic front and back, has other products by them, and then just a piece of cardboard. So this is basically just all packaging looks, and it lets you know that they have some other products that you could potentially buy from them, and that's all that is. So the last thing that's in this box is the piece itself, and automatically I'm already loving how like thick this feels. It's not necessarily heavy, but it has that good quality weight to it, so I very much appreciate that. Alright guys, I apologize that this stuff is moved, but my SD card ran out of storage, so I had to grab a new one really quick. But anyways, we've opened this up now. I'm just mentioning how amazingly stable this thing is, and it goes all the way out like this. So it's a mini tripod that holds your camera, and then also, since it's new, this is a button here, but it's extremely hard to push in just because it's so new. But I appreciate the quality and the stiffness of it, because that just shows you how new it is and how important it is to them that it stays stable. So I wanted to mention also how when you put this onto your camera, which by the way, it's like a perfect size for this M50 Mark II, because it just holds it so well. So it's a perfect handheld tripod, as you see here, and you can hold it like over things to film, or sideways into different things, or you can just lay it out as a mini tripod on the table, and it will just sit there and be so great and stable. I love the quality of the material on it. It has these little rubber pads here to where it's just going to sit down very nicely and not be super loud or slip or anything. And it just holds the camera so nicely on here. I probably said nicely a lot in this video, but it's so great. So then we've got the flip out camera. I can set this up and just be like filming, chilling with my screen out. It's so amazing. I'm loving it right now. It's awesome. Okay, so now to look at all the pieces that we got today. This is everything that I ordered today, or everything that I unboxed today. So we've got, first of all, we have, I can get this off of here. Alright, so first of all, we have the camera, which takes the spotlight overall, definitely because it's a camera. Like, what's better than a camera? So we've got this camera, which is the Canon EOS M50 Mark II. So this is their second version of their M50 cameras. It's got this amazing flip out screen on it, and then it has this great kit lens that I ordered with it, and it's a perfect size for like vlogging or for big projects as well. It's just small, easy to handle, carry-on compatible. It also has this little slot for a mic. Also, of course, came with its strap, which I love the straps, especially by Canon. They're just so great and sleek looking. And then the last item that we got is the Manfrotto Pixie tripod. This might be called a mini tripod specifically. Also, I wanted to mention that my camera did also come with the wall charger battery pack, and of course the battery for the camera. But other than those two items, this is everything that we got today, with also on the camera being the 22mm Canon Lens, which I feel like I'm really gonna love, although I have not used it yet. Quickly, I'm gonna go ahead and set up all of this into like the full-on thing. Alright guys, so I'm gonna struggle a little bit to get everything in frame here because I'm still dealing with my Canon T6. But just looking at it automatically, it looks super professional, at least in my opinion of what I've had as a camera before. It's super small, but it also has this great tripod on it, and then not to mention it has a Rode mic, so like anything Rode is kind of like extra expensive, if you know what I mean. But this is basically the whole setup here, and then we've got the strap as well. It just looks so nice, especially against the white wall and white tabletop that we have here. So guys, I hope that you enjoyed today's video of my camera unboxing. I had a lot of fun unboxing it because obviously it was the first camera that I've ever unboxed. So I hope that you guys really enjoyed today's video. If you have any questions, then definitely leave them down below. I know I said a lot of things about like not knowing specifically the differences between lenses, or I misspoke about certain things, like the Manfrotto tripod is actually a mini tripod, but I said it was probably a mini tripod. So throughout today's video, I definitely am not the most educated or like knowledgeable person on like digital stuff and cameras, and especially on the actual cameras themselves. I know more about like editing or filming rather than I do about like an actual camera or a mic or a lens, and especially the lens part because it's just so intricate and it's just got a lot of like little sayings. So like I'm definitely not the most educated person on that, but please don't roast me in the comments or anything on not knowing things, because I'm definitely a newbie to this whole like camera thing. I love cameras, but I definitely wanted to invest in a good one, and I feel like this Canon Mark II, M50 Mark II was definitely the best option for me, because I've already seen with the little bit of filming I've been able to do on it over the past couple of days that it's just such good quality, especially having the two lenses, the 22mm and also the STM kit lens. It's just given me so much different like ways to film and different options and different like aspects. Like this one has a great blurry background, and the camera in general has wonderful autofocus. So like if I'm up close, it autofocuses to my face. And then if I'm like far back, it takes a second, but then it autofocuses again to my face. So it's just so much better than my other camera, because my T6 did not have this autofocus feature. So even in today's video, you have seen a little bit of that blurriness, and I'm sorry about also getting out of the crop. Sometimes I was like right here with it, and I felt so bad for that. I really tried to fix that in the editing, but you know, you can always do so much, and you can't really go back and recreate that scene. So I hope that you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up down below and leave a comment if you're interested in just talking or have a question or something, or if you want to let people know something that I messed up in today's video. So I also wanted to mention that I will be having a 2021 camera setup, and that's going to be posted in January, but that video will be coming. It'll just be in January. So I hope that you guys enjoyed today's video. Remember to like the video if you enjoyed it. Make sure that you subscribe if you're interested in more content by me. I post mainly lifestyle videos here, so that can include videos like today's video, which is an unboxing video, and I only unbox things that are like my stuff. So like I unboxed my phone and I unboxed this camera, but I don't plan on unboxing like everything that I get. It's just kind of like any tech that I get, I feel like I want to unbox that on camera for you guys, because it's usually relating to my life very closely, or my YouTube channel. So I'm hoping to kind of morph my channel a little bit more as the year passes to a new one, and I'm thinking about like minimalist lifestyle content, because I know I'm been shifting over to that for quite a while now. Obviously I'm not an extreme minimalist or nothing, but I definitely feel like I can share some relatable content and give some tips and tricks on how to create the minimalist life that you want, and also do what you love and figure out how to do everything with the time that you have. So it's just a lot of content that I'm passionate about that I want to share on this channel. So I'm excited for the future, and I know this video is already so long, so thank you so much for sticking around to the end, and I will see you guys in my next video. Thanks so much for watching.